Okay.
For now, we are going to discuss something about reading that is about the technique of meanings, the words that are new to you. For example, you're reading something in English, and there are certain words that you do not know. You are reading them for the first time, and you do not know the meaning of those words. So what you do, what mostly people do, they look for a dictionary, or they ask someone their meaning of the word. I mean, this is a problem most people face while reading in English. So do you
Yes.
think that is that is really a problem?
Yes, sometimes it is.
Sometimes it is, particularly when if we speak of IELTS, there are because in IELTS the reading passages that we get are kind of I mean, all of the reading passages have some words that a reader doesn't know, a candidate doesn't know the meaning of. So it is there is some technique of context clues. We can guess the meaning of words with the help of context, without using a dictionary, without asking someone their meaning. So we are going to discuss that today. Do you know anything about it?
No. Usually whenever I'm doing reading and I got a word that's new to me, I just search on Google and start getting its meaning.
Hmm. Okay, but then uh, like when you are in the actual IELTS test, you cannot do this, right?
Yes, I cannot do this.
Exactly. So, and this is why it is important to know the technique, or some things, that some tips and tricks that are useful in this regard. When we do not have a dictionary around, when we cannot ask someone about the meaning, what should we do when we confront some new words? So we are going to discuss that today. And let me share the presentation with you. Can you see this?
Yes.
Okay. So that is context clues, using context clues. Do you know what is context?
Text.
Yeah, that's already written. So can you read it?
Context is the text or speech that comes immediately before and after a particular phrase or piece of text and helps to explain its meaning.
Okay. So let's say, for example, you are reading something and there is a word that you do not know the meaning of. So context means what comes before that word, that particular word, and what comes after that particular word. Let's say there is a word in a sentence. So you read complete sentence. What other words before that particular word can help you to guess the meaning, and what other words after that word can help you to guess the meaning. This is sometimes some words you can guess from their meaning with the help of this particular sentence in which they are used. Other words might require you to read maybe one or two sentences before and after. So this is what context is, what comes immediately before and after a particular phrase or piece of text. All right, so context clues. And what does clue mean?
You like sometimes we guess something.
Clue means hint, can we say?
Yes, hint.
Yes, we can say hint, right? So there are always, when we are reading something, the writers write in a way that they give us clues or hints to certain words and phrases that they use, right? So there, most of the times, the hints are already there in the text that we are reading. So we have just to be able to see the hints, see the clues that are there in the text. And then with the help of those clues and hints, we will be able to know the meaning of some word that is unknown to us, that is new to us. All right. This is one of the most practical ways to build vocabulary. you will not rely on dictionary like so much, because what happens when you use dictionary too much, this this doesn't help you build your vocabulary. One thing. Second thing, you do not become an independent reader. So you will always be looking for a dictionary when there is a new word. Then third, it will also make you, it will not make you a fluent reader, or an we can say a confident reader. So this technique will help you a lot in reading. Um, and also because many words have several possible meanings, so always context helps us. For example, there's a word that is new to me. I'm reading something and I go open a dictionary and to find the meaning of that word. Now dictionary tells me, let's say, 10 meanings of that word. Is it does it happen?
Yes.
Yes. Sometimes there are some words that have more than 20 definitions. That have more than 20 meanings, for example. And the dictionary, definitely this dictionary tells me all the meanings and the definitions that the word has. But then how do I know which meaning or definition is appropriate for what I am reading? That will again help me with the that will again so I will be able to solve this problem with the help of context, because where that word is used, the context will only tell me what the meaning of that word can be. Even though dictionary has so many meanings of the same word, context will tell me that which meaning is most suitable there. Is that right?
Yes.
So let's see. There is there are two pairs of sentences in front of you. What you have to do, read the following pairs of sentences and try to guess the meaning of underlined words from context. Look for clues that can help you get the meaning. So as you can see, both the pairs have same words that are underlined. So what you have to do, you have to read them carefully and tell what each word means.
Okay.
Yes.
When they saw a deer, they fired bullets from their guns. The second sentence, the boss fired him because of his misconduct with colleagues. Like in the first sentence, the fired means to kill someone or like something. It
Mhm.
and the second word like remove from a job or like
Okay. So how on what basis do you say that the same word fired that is used in these two sentences has different meaning? On what basis do you say?
like in like in the first sentence the bullets and guns are mentioned, and in the second sentence the boss and
Mm-hmm. And
colleagues and misconduct like in the sentence are mentioned.
yes, so these words that you have just
so
mentioned,
so from this we can get that what exactly word mean.
yes, what it might mean, right? That's you're right. So in the first sentence of pair one, we have some clues. The words that give us clues, they are, let's say, deer, right? An animal,
Yes.
bullets,
Yes.
and guns. So these
Yes.
three words mainly give us the clue that this word fire means shoot, right?
Yes.
And in the second sentence, as you said, boss, misconduct, and colleagues are the clues that show that the the word fired means to remove someone from his job or his position. So that's right. That's good. Second pair.
The breathing problem has now been complicated by a chest infection. When his books and clothes were packed into a chest, it became too heavy to carry. Like in
Yes.
the first
Okay.
sentence, chest is a part of body, and from infection and breathing, we can get the meaning of that. And in second sentence, The second word I'm not getting.
Okay, try to use the clues or look for the clues. Are there any clues in the sentence that
Okay, wait. Pegged in with yes, it take up to. Like it is something like box or anything that we can carry with us,
yes, exactly.
like a bag or
That's you're right. Chest in the second sentence means a box. Okay. And in the first sentence, as you said, is a body part. So again, there are some words that are clues, and see there are these are the same words, chest and in the chest in the first sentence and chest in the second sentence. This is the same word, but because the context is different, the meaning is different, right? And
yes.
it is only the context that helps us understand what meaning that this word has in which sentence. So in the second pair, first sentence, breathing problem and infection, these are the clues that mean that give us an idea that chest is a body part. In the second sentence, like books and clothes packed, too heavy to carry. Definitely, there is something that is a box or bag, as you said. So, chest means a box. So, this is how context clues help
Yes.
us um, understand the meaning of unfamiliar words. Is that right? Is it helpful?
Yes. Yes, it is.
Yes. So, let's go ahead and see something else. Yes. Here we go. Context clues. Different ways writers give clues to the reader. Now, writers, as I said earlier, write in a way that they give clues to the reader. So, what are different ways that writers use to give us hints and clues?
Your voice,
I'm sorry, did you say something?
your voice is not audible.
It's not audible?
Now it's audible.
Okay, now it's fine.
Yes.
All right, thank you. So different ways we are going to discuss that writers use to give clues to the reader. And the first one is definition. Can you read it?
The word is defined directly and clearly in the sentence in which it appears. Clues to definition include that is, commas, dashes, and brackets.
Okay. So what the writers do, they actually define the word. For example, there's a word that is new for me, but the writer has defined it already in the text. So this is how definition is given. The word is defined directly or clearly in the sentence in which it is used. So clues to definition include that. Now, how do I know that if this word is, for example, is defined by the writer? The writer might have used words like that is, okay, or he might have used commas, dashes, or brackets. If these punctuation marks are used, this is most probably the word is defined, that the word that is maybe new for me. So we'll see how it goes. This is an example for you. The word that is underlined, you have to tell the meaning of this word from the context.
The arbitrator, the neutral person chosen to settle the dispute, arrived at a decision. Give me a minute.
Mhm.
A right person.
Look at what we look at and recall what we discussed about definition. How writers define a word? What do they use?
Commas or dashes or brackets.
Mhm. Is there anything of Any such thing in this example sentence?
Repeat again.
I mean, is there any comma or dash or bracket or the word that is used in this example sentence that you've read?
Yes, there are commas and dash.
Hmm. Commas are used. So are these commas able to, or I mean, are these commas enough for you to understand the meaning of arbitrator?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Hello.
No? Okay. So, okay, now I ask you one more thing. Okay, now what we'll do, we'll remove the words that come before.
Hello.
Am I audible? Am I audible? Hello?
Now you are audible. Yes, now you are audible.
Oh, hold on. Let me check. Sorry, let me check my connection. Hello? Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, I hope
Yes.
now this will be fine. So I was telling you to do something. Now we'll do something. What we'll do? Um, we'll remove the words that come after the comma, before and after. So from this example
Okay.
sentence, if we remove the words that come before and after the comma, how will the sentence be?
The arbitrator arrived at a decision.
Is the sentence correct?
Yes.
Does it make sense?
Mm,
I mean, is it
somehow.
yes, yes, it's a complete sentence. If we say the arbitrator arrived at her decision, so this is a complete sentence and it does make sense, right? So why did the writer write these words that are given in the commas? The neutral person chosen to settle the dispute.
Because he want to like clear us the meaning or the definition of the word arbitrator.
Exactly. So arbitrator is a person who settles disputes. Is a neutral person. Arbitrator is a neutral person who settles disputes.
Yes.
Right? So if, for example, I did not know the meaning of arbitrator, the writer has given it for me. All right?
Yes.
Yes. And see, arbitrator means a person chosen to decide a dispute or settle differences. So this is how definition clues are given uh, in the text. All right.
Ye-
This
Yes.
is this is one way writers give clues to us. Now let's see in any other way. Now the other way is, what is it? Can you read it?
Antonym or contrast, an opposite meaning context clue contrasts the meaning of an unfamiliar word with the meaning of another term. Words like although, unlike, however, whereas, as opposed to, and but may signal contrast clues.
Yes. Antonym or contrast, as this is clear from the word itself. means the words that have opposite meaning will be the writer gives us clues with antonyms or contrasts, and the words that are used to give us clues like this are like although, unlike, however, whereas, as opposed to, but, etc. So let's see an example here. Again, you have to tell the meaning of underlined word.
Okay. Unlike Jamal's room, which was immaculate, Asad's room was very messy.
Hmm.
Like, I think it's also means messy or something like messed up.
But it is antonym clue. This is not synonym of
Oh,
clue.
yes.
Yes,
Sorry. Like neat and clean, or like everything was on its place.
hmm. And what does it? What helps you to say this?
Like the messy
Messy.
word helps. The messy word helped me to like find the meaning of immaculate
Only the word messy.
room and unlike.
Unlike, yes, unlike, which is more important, because here the writer says unlike Jamal's room, which was immaculate. Now Jamal's room was immaculate, right? But
Yes.
unlike this, or opposite to this, Asad's room was very messy. So means these both rooms are opposite to each other because the word unlike is used, right? So one room is
Yes.
messy, the other is immaculate. Now, messy and immaculate, if we say opposite to each other, so immaculate might mean, what does it mean? It means,
Clean or like
yes, it means
very
very
clean.
clean, as you said. All right.
Yes.
So we have
Yes.
this means we have to be very careful when we are reading, and let's say when there is a word that we do not know the meaning of, so we have to be more careful and see what each word. Focus on each word that is used there. Like in this sentence, unlike is very much unlike, the word unlike is very much important, which shows and gives us the meaning, a clue to the meaning.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
And this was second clue, type of clue that writers use. Now let's see the third one. Third one is synonym. Yes. What is it?
Synonyms.
Hmm. Can you read it?
Yes. Synonym or restaurant. Like other words are used in the sentence with similar meanings.
Yes, it's not synonym, it's synonym.
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 Okay, you will better use the audio in the dictionary that is given the pronunciation, right?
Okay.
Okay, so it's synonym. Synonym or restatement is a type of clue in which writers use other words in the sentence with similar meanings. So let's see. An example is there for you. You have to tell the meaning of underlined word.
Okay. The slender woman was so thin, her clothes were too big on her. It's like thin,
Slender means
thin.
thin. Okay, let's see. Yes, slender means thin and delicate or skinny, we can say. So
Yes.
in this sentence, the writer has used, has used a synonym which was thin in the same sentence to give us clue, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now we come to the next one. That is example. Yes, read it.
Example. Providing examples of the unknown word can give readers a clue to meaning. Words like including, such as, and for example, point out example clues.
So providing examples of the unknown word can give readers a clue to meaning. So writers give examples, and that is enough for us to understand the meaning of some unfamiliar word. Let's see an example. So here, there's an example for you.
Yes.
Yes.
Vulnerable people, such as young children, the elderly, or handicapped individuals, might have protection under certain laws.
So the word vulnerable might mean
Mm, young people,
or else.
give me a minute. Like the someone who need attention or protection or care.
Okay. And how can you say this?
Like they're mentioned that young children and elder people or handicapped individuals,
Mm-hmm. Okay.
like this thing is telling that these type of people especially need some attention.
Okay. Now let's see the meaning. So vulnerable means open to attack, weak, defenseless, unsafe, or exposed, right?
Okay.
Or as you said, this is a similar meaning. So this in this sentence, what the writer has done, he has given us example. Like he said, vulnerable people. Then example comes such as young children, the elderly, or handicapped individuals. Young children, elderly, and handicapped. This is used as example, right? So when writers give
Yes.
example, they use words like including, such as, or for example, or for instance, words like and phrases like these. So vulnerable means open to attack, weak, or defenseless, or unsafe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes. Now let's continue. And this is, what is this?
Analogy.
Yes, analogy means
Comparisons of the word help to determine what it means.
comparisons of the word. Comparisons of the word help to determine what it means. So let's see. Now an example is given. Is there a comparison here in this example?
Yes, vulnerable people can be like fragile glass in need of care and attention.
Hmm. So is there is there a comparison given in this sentence?
Yes.
What is that?
Wait a minute. Care and attend, like there is comparison of like weak person, like vulnerable people are like glass, they need too much care and attention.
Hmm. So vulnerable people are compared with a fragile glass. Fragile means a weak glass, right?
Yes.
So this comparison is drawn here. So writers compare, use analogy, compare the word with other things that help us understand the meaning of that word, right? So let's say
Yes.
I'm a person who doesn't know the meaning of vulnerable. I can understand what vulnerable means from this comparison that the writer has used. He said that vulnerable people can be like
Like
like fragile glass. So fragile glass, I understand. So I can, from this comparison, I can understand the meaning of vulnerable, right?
yes.
Yes, this is how another one more type of context clue is used. Then we go ahead, and there is one more, which is cause and effect. Yes, can you read it?
The author explains the reason for or the result of the word. Words like because, since, therefore, thus, so may signal cause and
Yes.
effect.
So the author explains the reason for or the result of the word. He either explains the reason or the result, the cause and effect. The words like because, since, therefore, thus, so, etc. are used, and these words give us an idea that the cause and effect context clues used. So let's see an example. Yes, you have to tell the
She
meaning
wa-
of underlined word.
okay. She wanted to impress all her dinner guests with food she served, so she carefully studied the necessary, like the steady culinary arts.
Yes, but what does
Like somehow,
the word culinary mean?
let me think. The like adequate.
Mm-hmm. Adequate.
No, no, no. Wait a minute. The word comes to in my mind, but not on the tongue.
Or you can say
Mm,
it can, you can say a related word also,
mm,
or you can explain if that specific word cannot be in a, you cannot recall it.
like the like sometimes we learn the like behavior or like for every place there are some rules or like that.
Okay, okay, let's try to understand it with the cause and effect. What is there a cause? Is there a reason given in this sentence?
Yes,
What is the reason?
she wanted to impress. Like impression is the reason.
She wanted to impress what? She
Guess.
wanted to impress the guests with what?
Yes, with food
With
serving.
the food, yes. Specifically, she wanted to impress the guest with the food she served, right? So this is
Yes,
the reason. And due to this reason, what did she do? What do you think if she wanted to impress the reader, sorry, the guests with a food, what might she have, what she might have done?
maybe she learned some things or like some rules or some cleanliness,
Okay, some cleanliness, rules of what?
like how to serve or how to talk when you are giving food to someone or how to behave.
Hmm. Okay. Anything related, anything, any else, any other thing related to food, if you can think of, because she wanted to impress her guests with food specifically.
Like neat and clean food or tasty or delicious.
Okay. So what does culinary in that sense means?
Mm, I'm not getting the exact
All right.
meaning.
All right. Let's see. What does it mean? Let me show you what does it mean. Yes. What does it mean?
Food preparation.
Food preparation. It simply means food preparation. So as you can see, you definitely said something that was related to this, like neat and clean. You said it should be. You said care must be taken when serving the food. So food culinary specifically means food preparation. And see how this writer has used cause and effect to give us the clue to the meaning of this word, right?
Yes.
And see, we are doing this all without having a dictionary around us, right? Without asking someone. We are trying to understand the meaning of these words uh, with the help of the context itself. So this itself is the technique that we actually should learn, and we should practice as much as we can. This is going to help us a lot.
Yes.
Okay, now we come to this short paragraph. You have to read the following paragraph and choose the correct meaning of the word in bold. Yes.
Okay. Stick out.
So you say the word jet in this paragraph means stick out.
Yes.
And what was the clue that helped you understand this?
Rocks.
Okay, rocks only.
And from like far, like from a distance, he like defined.
Mm-hmm. He defined
Like he said that he stopped them and
she.
pointed.
Either it's she.
Yes, sorry,
Mm-hmm.
she just stopped them and pointed out that the rocks are there.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
rocks,
Mm-hmm.
and they are like helps me.
That is the last sentence of the third line. Can you read this?
That is where we are going. Selma saw rocks that leaned out from the mountainside.
That's leaned out from the mountainside. Okay. So leaned out,
Mm,
this is one clue. And do you see the rocks that jut out up there? Jut out, up. This word up also gives us a clue. And lean out also gives us a clue from the mountainside, right? So these are the clues that help us understand that the word jut in this paragraph means to stick out. And that's right. All right.
yes.
Yes. So do you have any questions about it?
No.
Do you think this is a useful technique of using context clues?
Yes, it's too much useful.